joining us to help us with that discussion. Of course, Dr. John Ampontia-Kuma is already here. Dr. Theo Champong is also with us. Kwame Pianim, economist, joins us. Dr. Clement Abasa Park will also joins us now, and later he will be replaced by Seth Emmanuel Tekpe, former Minister for Finance. But let's begin with senior citizen Kwame Pianim, the economist. Thank you so very much for your time once again, sir. This was something...
That's my uncle, greeting for me.
Okay. This was something that was inevitable. In fact, many had suggested that these things ought to be done before this time. So, not too late, is it?
Thank you very much for giving me a voice on this issue. I think that we'll be missing the point if we don't take the IMF program. The documentation is very clear. The IMF program is just first aid. Like you are unwell, you get first aid, you go the doctor, you tell the doctor the truth about your illness, and then the doctor gives you a diagnosis and says, go and do these things. And then you go and do that. Okay? We've been going to the IMF several times, almost every 4 years since our independence. This is the time, as Ghanaians, all of us, to sit down and say, what have we been doing wrong? One of the things I learned as chairman of UB, Other Bank for Africa, a Nigerian bank, which is becoming a global bank, is this. Once a mistake is made and there's a loss, there's a serious review of the processes, the practices, what went wrong, where it happened, how it happened, and then an honest way, clear way of doing it, so that we know exactly what went wrong, and then we try to amend the procedures, the practices, and then those who went wrong, incentives are in place. You are not promoted, you are dismissed. If it was not just incompetence, but there was also corruption involved. And the time has come for us Ghanaians to sit down and say, how do we put our resource management together in such a way that we do not repeat this? They say it's only a mad person who keeps doing the same thing and think that we get different results.
Right.
We have to change it. What went wrong? If you read the IMF documentation, for the first time, he's saying we are in a deep crisis. The government should come up honestly and give us all the facts. How serious is this crisis? They say it is deep. And for the first time, IMF admits this our crisis predated COVID. It predated Ukraine-Russian war. I'm sure that if you go out of the studio and talk to 10 Ghanaians, most of them did not eat bread for breakfast. It was corn-based products with fish. If we are pursuing planting for food and growth seriously, as we do with projects where people benefit, the Russia-Ukraine war will not affect us. You know, COVID, we got money from COVID. What did we use it for? So let us define, let's put our cards on the table. How did we go? My interest is that the World Bank and the IMF, no, they are very clear. They did not look through the documentation properly. They did not talk about tax spending. They talk about risk pricing all the way. Look, I'm old enough. When I was in the Ministry of Finance in 1970, petroleum products were contributing significantly to tax revenue. Now we are subsidizing them. We are subsidizing BDCs for bringing cars, for young people to be driving four-wheel drives in town, where four-wheel drives are not needed. And we subsidize the fuel. They say money. Money is not the issue. Everybody says money, money, money. They say if you have an engineer with a hammer as his only tool for your advisor, all your problems become nailed to the knot. It's not revenue. Most of you, before we became adults, did we have oil in Ghana? We didn't. Oil revenue are coming in. I would say money, money, money. The time has come, there's no Father Christmas. How do we cut our food according to our cloth? And also, I'm happy that you started your program announcing for a property levy. This is a country of laws. Go and read the act. People over 70 do not pay property tax. If you want them to pay, say, irrespective of age, go and amend it so that we go by the tax. We've been building this country from the top to the bottom. Nana Akufo-Addo said, let's get district court judges elected so that they will do the job from the bottom. They are the implementing agencies. Any development plan you do, the districts are supposed to do it. If we build roads and give it to the district to maintain, if water and sanitation is a district activity, will the district allow guarantee to go on? They will not allow it because they drink from the water. So let us, and I talk to a lot of my friends, university professors, and they say, no, we don't want partisan politics to go to the district. What are we saying? Are we being logical? If we don't trust Ghanaians to be democratic, democracy is messy. It's not clean. Everybody has a voice. We, the elite, think we can think for the people. We can't think for the people.
Right.
So if we do not want district assembly visitors to be elected, how are we going to elect them? So we should get political parties down at the district so that we know who is corrupt and who is not corrupt.
Right.
This can be somebody else. So let us start now and think, how can we remove the mistakes? The Public Finance Management Act is very clear. If we were going by it, there will be no problem with this excessive reckless borrowing that took place. Parliament was there approving that. Let's make sure that we make laws that will make Parliament not do that. Otherwise, we don't pay them their ex-gratia. If you are president and you take us to the IMF, which means the economy is not doing well, you are the chief executive of this place. We don't pay you entitled your retirement benefit. And ex-gratia, you earn it once. If you're a parliamentarian, you take it, don't come to Parliament again. Reimburse before you come. So all these loopholes, we have to sit down and do it. The band-aid is the IMF borrowing. It's 3 billion, we have to pay it back.
Okay.
So what do we do to make sure that we don't end up in the IMF again?
Right. That's actually been your major concern over the period, how you've been unhappy about the fact that we are getting back to be recolonized, among other things. But very, very good ideas. A good friend of mine, Bernard Avle, recently gave a speech and a presentation and said, when a political party wins power, its best must be made DCEs. We don't really want to start from that point. It doesn't appear there is incentive to be working as a DCE. But you seem to be talking about a review that is quite holistic and not limited to the flagship programs. That is what is at stake now. How do you propose this should be done?
Look, the thing is that we have to cut our expenditure. It's not limited to flagship projects. A whole lot of things. The cutting, there are 2 ways of looking at it. One is symbolic, to show the international community, those who are going to help us, that we are serious about tackling our problem. So if you say, people say that, cutting the number of ministers we have will not help any man because how much are they taking? It's symbolic. It shows that we are serious. And you know that running this small country with more ministers than the UK, US run doesn't make sense. And every minister that you have has about 2 cars. It doesn't make sense with a country of 30 million, 16 regions, when we're 10. It means the districts that are supposed to run, implement policies, are not viable enough. How many people are in a district? You cannot hire a good accountant, you cannot hire a good lawyer to help you, and that is why Ghana Revenue Authority is overburdened collecting their other taxes that they cannot collect. They're being asked to collect for the district assemblies the property rate. It doesn't make sense. Let's go back and make sure that the size of districts are economically viable. They can hire an accountant, they can hire a lawyer to help them with their tax and collect their taxes and so forth. You know, we cannot continue the way we've been doing them. If you have a district, immediately you create a district, there's a district health officer, district education officer, all out to the expenditure. So it's not just the flagship that we are talking about. Flagship hospitals, 111 hospitals. As everybody asks, where are we training the doctors and the technologists, the X-ray specialists to man these hospitals? If we haven't been able to build the Labadi Polyclinic, how can we build 111? So let's be realistic. We always go on circles and then the party communicators will come. Let's tell the party communicators the debts that are going to be paid. Your grandchildren, your children are going to be paying them. So be serious. Don't talk about issues you do not know. And let the people who are in government answer the question. They say we should cut our expenditures to fix our revenue. Everybody says it's more revenue. The more taxes you levy on Ghanaians and the private sector, you weaken them. Every tax is like a shock. And you know, you want the economy to grow so that your revenue grows, your GDP grows, and then your revenue is coming in to support your expenditure. First and foremost, your public service has to be lean and mean. You have to finance your public service. You have to finance your security services. You have to finance education, a reasonable, realistic education, so that your human capital is there. The resources that we have in the land, the oil, the lithium that we seem to want to give away, the gold, the monkeys were working on it millions of years before human beings came. It didn't help them because they didn't have the brain to use them. That's why you educate your people so that they have the brain to use them. And we have the people. In the 21st century, there is no field of human endeavor where you don't have Ghanaians excel. And I keep saying it. The 2 people who are in the American Hall of Fame, engineers, they are 2 Ghanaians, Mr. Lawrence and Ojata. Kojo Ojata. These are Ghanaians. We have the people. Nkrumah didn't have the people. Look at what we are seeing. Now we have the people, we have the resources. Let's put our minds together. We want to grow steadily and make progress. And if you are a member of the NDP, we say development in freedom. We do not compromise the liberty and freedom of individuals for development. We would rather forgo development so that our people are free. That if you don't believe in that, don't come to the NDP. Join another party. You are talking about values here and values that get into tension, liberty, equality, community, efficiency, and all of that. But people have asked questions. Those who are joining your party at this time, do they come with any philosophy? Do they really appreciate the philosophies? They don't. So that may be a difficult ask. But I wanted to ask you about this. Since you mentioned education, it does appear that even though the free SHS policy may be a candidate for review as one of government flagship
programs, the government is very adamant in wanting to listen to views and research that says that it should be targeted. It doesn't look like that's what the government is willing to do, as in target the free SHS rather than the wholesale manner in which it is doing it. Between 2017 and 2021, over 5 billion has gone into that project. Is this still sustainable in quality if it is not targeted?
Look, priority. Human capital is what drives most countries anywhere. Look at India. Human capital, they are now all over the world in the IT field. They are making money. Money that are going to India for apps that we all use are bigger than our cocoa revenue. If we had supported the app that Bryce was trying to bring, where all drugs, you can phone in and find whether it's probably or not, we would have been getting, in terms of people paying even 1 cent or something for using it, it would have been billions. That is priority. As far as I'm concerned, if you believe in the development of human capital, and you believe that the probability of an Einstein coming from Kwame Pianim family than an Einstein coming from, say, my brother's family, you don't know the probability. So let's give everybody a chance. All of us, you, myself, we are privileged now because we had the opportunity to go to school. Let's give that opportunity to everybody. But it means you don't do that and you want to build a cathedral. It doesn't make sense. That's a cathedral. Build it. When we started, I think we started it. This should be an NDC program, saying that we are specialists, so we want to cater to the poor. It's an excellent project. Children cannot go to school, they are not well fed, feed them. In India, they litigated the constitution to say, I'm poor. I cannot buy uniform for my child. So, what is free education to my child's country? They say the government will buy school uniforms for them. So, once you take that, that is priority, number one. Put your money there. And then health, the national health insurance. You see, this is also priority. Let's put money there. And then stop the others that are not necessarily priority. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot say, I'm not going to cut education. Fine, don't let us cut it. Let's feed the children. Let's make sure that the money is paid. You go to a lot of these places, they say, we haven't had breakfast for a long time. Why? They don't have flour. They haven't seen. Flour has not been given to them. If the district assemblies were working well, they will source the food from the district. If it's furniture, furnishing a school room, the carpenter, the local carpenter will be given the money to make the chairs instead of importing them from abroad and then in rubber and sitting them there. That's how you develop. So put that aside. Education, we are all for education. Let's make sure that the children are properly educated. The quality of the education is good. Teachers are well trained. Then let's spend the money there. And then the money is not there for building a cathedral. The money is not there for buying V8 for people. The money is not there for ministers to be traveling first class when they can go economy. The money is not there for we to be hiring executive jets when we can go commercial. You know, these are things that we have to take a look at. What are priorities?
All right.
Education to me is important. Without education, look at the people in your studio. Look at their family background. What would they have been? Education is the greatest transformer. It gives all of us an opportunity. And the society benefits because we then contribute to the development of our people. The education program, I won't touch. Anything else, I will touch. The number of ministers, let's cut them now to show people that we are serious. Ex-gratia, let's review it. Once in a while we do it, you know. If you want to become president, and you haven't been able to buy a house, and you want to become president of this country, you do not qualify because you have nothing to protect. We should not be buying houses or building houses for president. Okay? And if we are doing it, we should do it the proper way. Go and build whatever I want to build in the hometown of that president. So that we choose development.
All right.
So that we all don't stay in Accra.
All right. As always, thank you so very much, Mr. Kwame Pianim, for your insightful, value-laden, presentation that will guide many, many. Thank you so very much.